Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you may be tuning in from. Welcome to the Truck Around and Find Out podcast, where we like to get together and discuss some of our fun and hot topics surrounding trucking, safety, our community, each of our lives up here in northern Colorado. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Byers, the owner of Front Range Compliance and DOT University, and we got Redbeard sitting at the helm, and we are joined with Keith Couch from Rush Truck Centers in Rocky Mountain, Peterbilt. Keith, how are you this morning?
Good, Ryan. How are you?
Oh, if I was any better, I don't know how to say that, but yeah, I'm good. I had a great weekend coming into to this. We're about ready to finish up our studio upstairs, so we can, get our live. Well, I guess we'll be recording live, but I don't know if we're going to be broadcasting them live. But we'll be getting our video portion of the Truck Around and Find Out podcast going. And very excited about that. I think Holly's coming over probably after you leave. She'll probably just miss each other in passing. And, she's going to come over and run upstairs and get that all decorated for us.
She can move anything she wants in wherever she wants.
Oh, she will. So that's her thing. She is a decorator.
That's okay.
So she's going to get up there and apply the touches, and who knows what we're going to end up with, but I'm sure it'll be absolutely beautiful.
Good.
So it's going to,
it's looking really good.
We, very, very excited to get that going. Hopefully we'll be set up so we can start to record, up there here in the, maybe next episode or
maybe
next week we can get started with that. Yeah. Super
Just
excited.
Got to remember, camera adds 10 pounds.
Well, I've had that problem for the majority of my life.
What are you laughing about, Luke?
Nothing. So I had a good weekend. What about you?
Good.
Good weekend.
Did a little camping up at Carter Lake.
Okay. How was Carter?
Good.
Did you get out in the water at all?
No, didn't. But there's quite a bit of water in it yet.
Really?
So we're fortunate there.
Yeah, well, that's probably of our little ponds here locally. That's probably one of my favorites. So
we need water bad. But that's the busiest I've ever seen Carter Lake.
Well,
on the 4th.
I would imagine, because isn't the lake down by you, Boyd? Isn't that one closed now?
It's
right?
closed. It's paddle boards only.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
kayaks, any paddle craft only, I guess you could say.
And the water's dealt well down below the ramps,
way down.
So if you're going to paddleboard on it, you got to walk in the mud to get out there to it.
Yeah, and I think the marina's dang near sitting on mud.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, it sounds like it's a mud puddle this year.
Yep.
So, that water is already kind of murky and nasty. I don't think I'd want to paddleboard. Carter was our favorite to go to of all times, because, it was big enough that you didn't really notice when it was really busy. But I think with all the boat traffic going up there, it was busy. Very, very busy.
Horsetooth is good too. It's nice, deep, clear water.
Yeah, it sure is. Sure is. Tastes better when you fall off the tube or jump out of the boat.
That's true.
That water at Carter, or a Boyd, oh boy.
I'll tell you a funny story on that. We were camping at one of the boating only sites with Cade, my grandson, and he was probably 7, 8 years old at the time. About 3 a.m., we only had a tent at the time. Now we have an RV, but at the time we're just tenting it, and I hear something dragging the cooler out of the campsite. And so I unzip the tent and run out, and it's a bear. He's got the corner of the cooler in his mouth, and he's backing down the hill.
Oh boy.
And it's a bear. So I just yelled and screamed and held my hands up and rushed at him, and he dropped it, took off, because Carlos, my son-in-law, has, he's amazing breakfast burritos, and I wasn't about to share those.
Oh yeah.
So I dragged the cooler back up into camp, and I crawl in the tent, and Kelly says, "Well, what was it?" I said, "It's just a raccoon." So the next morning we get up, and she sees the bite marks in the corner of the cooler, and the bear had punctured the cooler and everything. And she said, "That wasn't a raccoon." And I said, "No, it was a bear." And I said, what would you have done if I'd have told you the bear? She said, "We'd have left immediately." Yep. I said, "That's why it was a raccoon." And then she says, "Well, did you take a gun out and whatever?" And I said, "No, didn't have time to do that." She said, "Well, what if the bear would have attacked you?" And Cade's sitting over here at the picnic table, and he says, "Oh, Grandma, Grandpa could have taken that bear. It's like, thanks for thanks for the vote of confidence.
Yeah, boy, he's a superhero to that kid. That's awesome. Yeah, that's
he could have handled it.
Yeah, that's. But
great. I didn't think it that far through.
That's good thinking. I don't know if I would have been quick enough on my feet to tell Holly that was a raccoon. I would have probably, knowing me, I would have chased it off, going, "Get out of here, you bear!" Yeah, I would have run the whole thing. But good thinking. Good thinking. That's ingenious right there.
That's why it was a raccoon.
Well, good. Well, that sounds like a fun weekend. Good camping. I love Carter up there. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So, well, fantastic. It sounds to me like things are picking up at work. Things at Peterbilt. So
I think the lower fuel prices, I'm sure everybody listening to this that's in trucking understands that. So I think that has gotten business going again. Yeah, got some guys kind of off the fence that were ready for trucks. So.
Okay, well, fantastic. Well, that's always great news to hear. Yeah. So we, as we were kind of preparing for this show today, trying to figure out our topics, Lucas came up with a pretty interesting topic. Story of Guinness record holder, or a guy that's going for a Guinness record. I don't know if he's been recognized yet, but he's a truck driver at the age of 94. And it sounds to me like he has seen a very interesting career in trucking.
Currently 93 years old.
Okay.
He'll be 94 in August.
Yep.
Drives out of Iowa. I don't know. Can we say his name?
Yeah, it's in the article.
Orrin Osmus? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Orrin Osmus. Yeah, KWQC Gray News, I guess, reported on it. And, man, 93.
Yeah.
Driving truck for 70 years.
Holy
Be 94 here very shortly.
I mean, just think of what he has seen through just his history of trucking in 75 years.
Said his first really official load was a load of livestock in the 50s. That's amazing.
That is absolutely amazing.
I mean, that's back in 57 Chevy territory.
It is. I mean, it's. The DOT rules and regulations started in the 1920s, so for 3/4 of a century, he has been a part of it and seen every change. I mean, imagine how just the technology of changes. I mean, he talks about it in the article, driving the trucks today, how it's so different. He says, air conditioning was an option, and now we have everything's got air conditioning and cruise controls. And
he's currently, if I'm saying this right, McLaughlin Freight out of Mediapolis, Iowa, and it said he's got over 5 million miles of driving.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
He said 1 million of those was with Walmart Freight.
1 million was with Walmart.
Yeah. So very cool story. It's very heartwarming. Love to see the, all the different sides of trucking. And
what he does say here, his first truck he drove was an International, and now he's driving a Peterbilt. And that goes to what we were just talking about. The old truckers never die. They just get a new Peterbilt.
That's for sure. There you go. There you go. So yeah, very great, very, very cool story. I, would, really like to see if we could, Luke, we're going to put you on this, see if you can dig out some more information on him. Yeah. I'd like to dive a little deeper into his story. And
I'll bet you he's a hoot to talk to. I'd like
to hear his, what all he's got to say, because I bet you he's got some fun stories that he can share. So let's see if we can track him down, Redbeard. So fantastic. All right, any news in the trucking transportation industry?
We just ran into a deal, not too long ago, and another one yesterday regarding the California new truck type deal.
You were talking about
EPA,
this.
Cummins, Peterbilt, all that stuff, and there was a window of time there where it did not matter if you had California emissions on the truck. It couldn't go to California because the SOR, or State of Registry, wasn't California. So in other words, you had to order it with that. Because I had one here, a local outfitter, sells a lot to California, but we didn't even think twice about it. We just said, no, they're in Colorado. So we put the state of registration as Colorado, but put all the California stuff on it. Couldn't sell it. He had a guy come in wanting to buy a truck from California, and he couldn't sell it. So he has a dealer's license. So he, on the front of the MSO, it'll be branded, is what they call it, not for sale as a new vehicle in California. So the dealer had to buy it under their dealer license and then turn around and sell it to the guy in California, because now technically it's used. So they couldn't sell it straight through the MSO or anything like that, which is what they should be doing anyway. But that's how we solved that one. The one yesterday out of our pool in Denton, Texas, it's got all the California stuff on it, but it's Texas State of Registry. And get a copy of the MSO, and there it is. It's branded right across the MSO, not for sale in California. And this is a guy from California. Nice referral from a previous customer of mine. And so I had to call a California dealership and work with our Pico Rivera dealership out there. And worked with Dave Schaefer, who's a fantastic guy if you're in California and you need a guy in California. But he helped me through it. Long story short, we just wound up with all the red tape and everything you got to go through in California and kind of the stuff we got to do on the rush side. He just said, I'll finish the deal. We'll just split it. So I said, cool.
That's like mind numbing. What kind of red tape? I mean, what in the world is this even being done for? It
was a window. And if the truck would have come out a week later, same truck, same engine, literally nothing different. It wouldn't have mattered.
Just a brief window and a gap in where regulations just kind of left a little pitfall in there. Huh?
Yep.
So does it change the value of the truck at all or anything like that? No, it's just has to change the title.
It's nothing more than ink on an MSO. That's
holy moly.
Literally it. I mean, I don't understand California, and I don't understand how they can't just. Who knows? I have no answers.
Yeah, California is very, very interesting. Everything's difficult no matter what you're doing. I mean, businesses are a lot of businesses are fleeing. I mean, obviously, they're not all going to leave, but they are definitely lost some business. And with some of that, the streets have changed. California is an entirely different place. I mean, yes, there are parts of it that are still beautiful, but there are a lot more craziness going on there.
I know Mark heard me yell in my office the other day. Truck sales used to be really fun. It's not anymore.
Truck sales. Well, at least they're bouncing back. I'm super happy to hear that.
It is still fun. It's the people. I mean, it's definitely the people. And nice thing is being on straight commission, you can decide who you want to work with and who you don't.
Yeah,
so
I got you.
You weed out a lot of the tough, difficult ones and just deal with the people that are good people.
Yeah. Okay. You know? Fantastic. Yeah, it is for sure. Well, hopefully with, maybe some things political or the world affairs are calming down. Tensions are a little bit soothing right now. Maybe some people will jump back into business. I know here at Front Range Compliance, this is our quiet time of the year every year. When we hit the peak of summer, a lot of people are out, a lot of vacations get taken, and a lot of people are in the very thick of their business. Those that aren't taking vacation and enjoying some extra time. But yeah, so since companies are spread thin, it seems like, this is when we hit our little quiet stint. So if you're listening, you do need some help, feel free to reach out. We've got plenty of time and staff. It's just annually, just that time of year. So, it's a good time to do training, good time to get on top of those compliance programs. So yeah, we do have that going on also. And with that, I really don't have anything else to add today, but do you have anything else on your list you wanted to get over?
Just one more thing is, and I'll just mention this for you car gearheads out there, is the GTO Nationals is going on in here in Loveland at the Embassy Suites.
That's right.
It's free, and it's the GTO Association of America. First time they've been here since 2012. Some of the finest cars you'll ever see.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I haven't been out there yet, but I will. I'm gonna try and get out there today or tomorrow.
Yeah, just started. Your people that you work with in that club, phenomenal group of people. They're fun to be around. I mean, they make you feel welcome. Even when you don't know any of them, you show up and then they're instantly just very friendly.
So what this is kind of all the GTO clubs from all over the nation all come to this.
Yeah.
So they've sold out the Embassy Suites.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
150 cars indoors.
Wow.
Dang.
They're doing a points judging, like they do like at Pebble Beach, where every nut and bolt has to be exact, has to be the exact type.
Yeah.
And it has to have the exact markings on it. I mean, there's some, I'm anxious to go see it. And then they're doing a commercial Thursday night. I don't know if they're going to use my car or not, but they asked me if I'd bring it. The Humbler, which was a Pontiac GTO Judge in the 1970s, they did a commercial with it, and it had increased horsepower, increased torque, 4-speed, and it had factory exhaust cutouts from the factory.
Wow. Wow.
Don't see that anymore.
So they're going to have that car there?
That car, the guy that owns that car, the Humbler, is out of Denver.
Oh.
And he's actually bringing it up. And at 5:00, they're going to recreate that commercial at JB's Drive-In in Greeley.
Oh.
On Thursday evening. So
JB's.
I'm going to go over there.
Some fun stories about my grandma Carmela. Rest her soul. She was convinced that JB's shrimp was flown in every day and that it was the best shrimp in the world. So she'd
pretty good.
You'd take her to JB's and she'd just get that. They're huge. They're those great big shrimp. And she'd get the JB shrimp and you'd hear the story. They fly them in every day, and I was like, "Oh, Grandma, okay."
Well, if this commercial goes and everything, and whether my car's in it or not,
it's going to be spectacular.
It'll be a cool deal. And once we get the YouTube deal going, we'll put a link in that so people can click on it and just go watch them.
Hey, maybe you dress up and you and Hannah go down there and you could be one of the background people in the commercial.
I don't know if they'll accept that, but
if you dress in the right attire, you might just as well fit in as some JB background. You can order some shrimp and just be eating them in the background. Right. That would make Grandma Carm real happy. So that's awesome. Good story. Yeah. I had my notes covered up here, Keith. I completely forgot about the GTO Club. Yeah, that's a great event. So, well, perfect. Well, I appreciate everybody. Everybody that's listening, tuning in. We appreciate you. Thank you for what you do with the moving America forward and down the highway. With that, stay safe, keep our shiny side up, and we'll catch you on the next podcast.
God bless you guys.